So, I have often been told that my English is good. So, about that about that statement, about that thing that many people have told me, I know my English is good. What I mean by I know my English is good is that I know that my English, when compared with other Japanese people's English, is good. I know that, and I have confidence about it. However, I wondered why. I wondered what could be the reason that other people meaning native speakers usually, or people who I talk to in English, why those people thought or said to me that my English is good. I wondered what the reason could be. So the very the biggest factor, I think, as to the reason why those people said that my English is good is pronunciation, of course. But pronunciation, of course, in terms of pronunciation also, I know that my pronunciation of Japanese, my pronunciation of English is much better than most of Japanese people. I know. But I don't mean to sound like ego, but I know that. That besides that, I I wondered what could be other reasons. Well, I wondered in the first place. I wondered why those people. What could be the factor of those two? What could be the reason that those people saying that my English is good? Yeah, I said pronunciation, but is it really the only factor? So, yes, I think so. And no. It's not the only factor that makes my English sound good. Well, yes and no. So, I think why you say my English is good is because what you're used to hearing from Japanese people, the English that Japanese people speak, most other Japanese people speak, is much worse than mine. And the pronunciation is what pronunciation is the なんつうの most significant, remarkable thing when you're talking to someone, because you are talking and you are listening. So if the pronunciation of someone in English or in whatever language it is, if the pronunciation is bad, you know it. So then I decided that one of the reasons that why people say that my English is good is my pronunciation, because of my pronunciation. But I thought that my speaking, this is what I think to myself, my speaking is not so good, because when I'm speaking English, unlike in Japanese, I stop points to points. So I don't mean to be racist, but there are several typical ways of certain people speak. For example, Indian people, French people, what else? British people. British people's English is not so bad. I mean, they think that British English is the English. Anyway, so there are different kinds of English that you can tell that if a certain person is from which country or which region. So for example, I'm just taking Indian people, for example. Not all Indian, of course, but typical way that Indian people speak English is really identical. It's really clear. But I think that they speak better than me. What I mean by that is maybe, of course, not every Indian people, but maybe their pronunciation could be worse than mine, but they speak better than me, some person. You know, I hope you know what I mean. You know, I can't really speak as smoothly as I can in Japanese, in English. So even though my pronunciation could be good, I can't really speak smoothly. So therefore I don't think I can speak English very good. I mean, I can sound good in English, but I can't speak English so well. Yeah. So, but I know many people have told me that my English is good. My grammar is good. I can write pretty good English. I can understand when somebody is speaking English, but I can't speak English as smoothly as I can in Japanese. So, what makes somebody's English? What makes one's English, whose mother tongue is not English, sound good? Here are some points. First, of course, pronunciation. Second is rhythm, the atmosphere that English has. Each language has its own feeling, sound, atmosphere, like Japanese. And what do you call this? Syllables, the parts. So you can divide whole English sentence into some bodies, parts. So if you know the rhythm or the feeling or atmosphere of English, your English might sound like natives. Not regarding pronunciation, if your pronunciation is not so good. But if your pronunciation is good, that will likely make your English sound good. And in addition to that, if you have a good sense of feeling, atmosphere, rhythm of English, that will count also. And if you have also another yeah, I can put it in the rhythm part. So if you have good pronunciation, could have sense and rhythm, or sense and rhythm, your English would sound good. Yeah, so there are people who speak English like this, but if you focus on my English, my pronunciation of this English is not so bad, but intonation or maybe accent is really different from the regular kind of English or most commonly used English like in America. Yeah, so this is kind of the way that my high school English teacher spoke English. But in his case, his pronunciation was also bad, so it was even worse than this. Yeah, so that is the example of what I'm saying. So pronunciation matters a lot, but also rhythm or intonation, or how English sounds, how the English that one speaks sounds, also matters a lot. So yeah, that's what I want to focus on. That's what I want to point out. So I don't speak English well. I can pretend. I can make my English sound good. Yeah, my English sound good. My speaking is not so good. Yeah, but fortunately, many people say that my English is good, so I'm happy about it. Yeah, thank you very much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, that's it. Bye.